So, guys, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Um, this is 8:56 Greenwich Meridian time. You're welcome. I just felt like talking about this tonight. I wasn't, in the mood to do live. I'm sorry if you can't to go via audio. I just had to come on live to discuss this very, very, very sensitive and crucial matter that had to do with a disturbing video I saw on TikTok. And this white lady was recounting her experience with her neighbor, a black mother of two, who lost her lives due to medical, you know, that could have been avoided. And she was really weeping and she was crying. And she was asking some very, very fundamental questions that I just wanted to bring to the space. Who will protect our black women? Who is protecting our women? Who is protecting black lives? With the Noah Wells case that everyone is talking about, and all the black lives that are being lost by lynching or hanging, it's not getting the desired attention. And so the question is this: why are we not talking about our black women? Why are we not talking about black lives? Why are we talking about women, black women who are the cradles of life, who have shouldered responsibility, immense responsibility, and shown us tremendous love? And that is why I'm in this space, this time, to talk with you guys and to know what your thoughts, your opinions are, because it's so sad to see. It's so sad to see. So sad to see. So whenever this video comes into your hand, I want us to talk about it because, you know, I grew up in an environment where, and I had an absentee dad. We were seven kids, four girls, three boys, and my dad was working in Lever Brothers then. That was what it was, the name. It was a British owned company. Now it's called Unilever. And so usually he will experience transfers, and sometimes he will not be in town. When he's in town, we will not be in town. You know, you're welcome if you're just joining. So I noticed a pattern. We did not always have him around as a father. And so my mother, bore the weight, the emotional weight of being a parent, the emotional weight of being a father. She became a provider and she became everything. And as we began to grow as kids, we began to grow up, I I got into marriage and I didn't know how dysfunctional I was because the male figure in my life wasn't there. And that is what is happening in the black community. I didn't know. I became petty. I didn't know how to manage my emotions because this is what a man is meant to do. This is what a man is meant to, provide. This is what a man is supposed to teach a man to take leadership, to be a voice in society. And so I didn't get that from my father figure. I didn't get him because he wasn't around. He was barely around. And so I had to begin to learn some very fundamental things. I had to begin to learn some very crucial points that was quite coming very late. I couldn't handle certain decisions. I couldn't analyze certain matters properly the way I should because there was no male figure. And I didn't blame my mom. And many times I tried to show her love, but she wasn't, reciprocating the love that she would have been because she has been turned into something else. She has become aggressive. She has become bitter. She has become, aggressive because I saw a black lady talking on TikTok and saying that black women can be so loud, black women can be so violent, black women can be this, black women can be that, and I was just laughing and I said to myself, you cannot use one experience or two experiences to judge the entirety of black ladies. I don't know any woman out there, any lady, black woman who is shown proper love and care that will respond the way that you are saying she will respond. Most times when you see black ladies hashing out that way, when you see black women hashing out that way, is either they're growing up from an environment where there's hostility, an environment where they've not been treated right. If she's a young lady, she must have grown up in an environment where the male figure has been absent in her life. And we need to acknowledge that we are making a very, very, very big mess of our family system. Because if you look back in the 60s and in the 70s, the black family had a very amazing structure. Well structured family structures. Our fathers were not absentee fathers, our fathers were present there. Black families were families of great admiration, of great desires. People could look back at black families and say, yo, I admire these guys. And gradually, the system saw the strength of the black family. That the strength of a society, the strength of the black American lied in the black family. So what did they do? They began to intentionally sabotage the black family. They used their secret agents to infiltrate, and they began to bring drugs into our streets, and and the crime rates increased. And today, you can hear that even in our songs, you can hear that in our raps, you can hear that in our lyrics, because that is what you are being fed, and that is what you're going to give back to society. And so our mothers are in one place, single moms. Men who would get these women pregnant and fail to take responsibility of their actions. When these women need them, they are nowhere to be found. You just produce children and you walk away. You produce children, you walk away. You just give birth to children and you don't give a damn. And so these children grow up and they become dysfunctional. They are not whole in their members. They are not whole emotionally. They are not whole psychologically. And so all we have to show is baby mamas everywhere. No one wants to get married. No one wants to commit to a family structure, because this was systematic. This was intentional breaking up of the family system in the black communities and the black family, to give the black society, the black community, a very bad image. And the worst part of all of this is that the receiving end is our women. And she was talking about how when black women who are pregnant come for their pre-antenatal and even post-antenatal, how they were treated with levity. They weren't taken serious. And so the story this lady was telling in TikTok, the reason why this black lady died in her apartment was because of the failure of the health system to be there. And so it's a crime for you to be a lady, it's a crime for you to be a black woman, because you're not treated fair. And when we talk about the civil rights movement and we talk about all the movements that have happened in the United States of America, the black woman has played a major, major role, and the accolades have not been given to them. They have stood for us when we have failed as men. They have spoken for us when we couldn't speak. And so all of the great, inventions, all the great motivations, all the great moves that spiraled into what we're enjoying today is attributed to the black woman. To the black woman who is resilient, who is determined, who is focused, who is beautiful, and who is intelligent. And so, what are we experiencing? We have one or two bad kids. Of course, in every society, you have one or two persons who are out of place. And so, what do the media do? The media has been wired in such a way that they portray this narrative that those one or two bad eggs is the image of the black community, is the image of the black society. And I think it's high time we begin to speak out and change that narrative. We need to say, no, this is not what the black woman represents. This is not what the African woman, this is not what the African American woman represents. She's an embodiment of dignity. She's an embodiment of honor. She's an intelligent being. And so that is what I came up to talk about. How do we, protect our black women? I see videos where our black men will disrespect our black women because of a white lady, or because of an Asian woman, or because of some other person of different categories. And it ought not to be so. Forget that even if you get married to a white lady, or you get ready to a Hispanic lady or a Latino, you're going to give birth to a black child. She's going to be your seed. So what image are you sending? What are you doing by treating your sister that way? What are you doing by disrespecting the black lady? I was watching a video, and this lady was being harassed on the streets by these two white guys in a red truck, and they were screaming down at her. And this was in Baltimore. And so I love what this guy came up. He said, I don't know what is happening between you and the lady. I don't know what happened between you and the lady, but You can't do that. You can't disrespect her in front of us. We won't take that disrespect. And as he began to speak up, another man from the other side of the road came across and was involved in the conversation, and those white guys backed down because someone dared to speak out. Someone dared to say no. We won't be here and have you disrespect our ladies in front of us. If she has done anything or she has said anything, there's a proper way to, express it. But you can't talk to her in the manner and the fashion that you are talking to her. We won't stand back and we take that. So I think that we need to do, so much more to appreciate our ladies. We need to do so much more to be out there for our women. We need to appreciate our black ladies so, so, so much. And it's been years, been decades of ingratitude. Mother's Day is not enough to celebrate the rich culture of the black woman. No, it's not. It's more than that. It's something we need to constantly remind and tell her she's valued, she's appreciated, and she's loved. And so that's just my take tonight. I don't know where you're watching from, but I just want to know what your take is, on this matter. Yeah. Zidane Mobile. I agree to you. So that is all for tonight, guys. Trust that I was able to converse 1 or 2 points to you. So when you come in, you can drop your opinion, drop your comment. Let's know what you think about the subject matter. All right. Thank you very much for coming on live.